In the legendary mythos of Castlevania, few figures loom as humbly profound as Leon Belmont, the man whose personal tragedy becomes the spark that ignited centuries of conflict between the Belmont clan and the forces of the night. While later heroes like Trevor, Simon, and Richter often dominate the spotlight, Leon stands as the beginning of the Bloodline's legend, his story serving as the tragic origin of the Belmont clan as we know it. Introduced in Castlevania Lament of Innocence in 2003, Leon arrives not as a hardened slayer, but as a noble knight, idealistic, loyal, and driven by an innate sense of justice. Leon was a knight sworn to his order and the church, until both abandoned him. The tragedy of Leon Belmont is not defined by the monsters he fights, but by the person that he lost. His fiancée, Sarah Trantoul, abducted by the powerful vampire Walter Bernard, becomes the emotional core of his transformation. Leon's willingness to forsake his knighthood, to abandon status and security, set him apart from later Belmonts who were born into the burden. Leon chooses the path. He chooses suffering. He chooses the hunt. Breaking his covenant with the church, he walked alone into a forsaken forest, to a manor where the very night itself seemed to breathe. What follows is less of a quest and more of a descent into hell. There, within the dark corridors alive with ancient sins as old as the world itself, Leon learned that goodness is fragile, and innocence would be the currency paid for his decision to embark on this quest. He confronted ancient sorceries and unspeakable evil, darkness that nothing in this world had ever prepared him for. And at the heart of this labyrinth of ruin, he faced a truth more cruel than any demon. Sarah could not be saved, only used. Leon's beloved, on the verge of becoming a vampire, sacrifices herself to create the Vampire Killer Whip, a symbol of holy dominion over the night throughout the history of the Belmont clan. Born from love twisted into a weapon, Sarah's soul bound in leather and steel, her final breath forged into the only thing capable of punishing the night. It is not a relic forged in ritual, but in heartbreaking compromise. Sarah's sacrifice created a weapon that could kill the immortal. For Leon, this was not a triumph. It was a farewell, a reminder that victory often demands a piece of the victor's soul. Leon did not forge a weapon of hope. Rather, it was the embodiment of his grief, a grief powerful enough to make a god bleed and destroy the evil that served it. Yet, even this terrible gift did not grant him vengeance. Matthias Kronkvist, Leon's longtime friend and highly skilled tactician, had already shed his humanity. The sorrow from his own similar tragedy had fermented into something venomous, cold, and eternal within his soul. In choosing to curse God and embrace the void, Matthias became the nightmare that would haunt the world for centuries, the creature the world would one day call Dracula. This is where Leon's story becomes mythic. Two men, united by similar tragedies, yet going down opposite paths in response to the deep darkness of human depression. One finds purpose in fighting evil, the other becomes it. Leon emerged from the ruins with a vow carved into his soul, that his bloodline would forever hunt the children of the night, until the world itself forgot why the struggle even began in the first place. He left the manor not triumphant, but transformed, no longer a knight serving a kingdom, but a hunter serving a promise. In the ages that followed, the Belmonts would rise and fall, be celebrated and exiled, feared yet needed, but in every crack of the vampire killer, every confrontation with Dracula's ever-returning darkness, Leon's shadow lingers. He is the first to witness the abyss, and he is the first to refuse to kneel before it. Leon Belmont's legacy is not one of glory, but of damnation. A damnation that he accepted willingly. He was a man who loved deeply, lost bitterly, and chose to become a weapon so that others might live in the light. Deep within the cold heart of the Castlevania mythos, his is the story that never truly ends. What makes Leon such a compelling figure in retrospect is the purity of his motive. Many Belmonts fight because destiny calls, because bloodline demands, or because the world has fallen too far into chaos to ignore. Leon fights because he cannot bear injustice, not toward the world and certainly not toward the woman he loved. In a franchise obsessed with legacies, Leon's is the most personal, the least performative. Leon's tale is less a chapter in Castlevania and more its prologue. Quiet, tragic, yet completely foundational. The Belmont clan starts not with triumph, but with loss, and in that loss, Leon becomes a symbol. The knight who stepped willingly into the darkness, so his descendants may one day carry the world toward the light.
Unfortunately for you, as long as my master survives, I will rise from the dead.
I see. Give him this message. You have become a cursed being, and I will never forgive you. This whip and my kinsmen will destroy you someday. From this day on, the Belmont clan will hunt the night!
If you enjoyed this newest episode of Lore Junkies, please hit that subscribe button, subscribe to the channel, throw a comment here. What was your favorite part of the video? And tell us what your favorite part of the Castlevania series or even Leon Belmont is, and we'll see you in the next one. Keep rocking, have a great day, and I'll see you then.